Thank you. Hey, I'm James. This is my wife, Rhonda Tomasi. We're the authors of that green book called What Time Tuesday. We're very fortunate today. We're here in Dr. Michael Burcon's office. We're with Jean. And Jean has got one of those sense of humors and attitudes that it really is very endearing to us. But Jean also had reasons why she is meeting us in the office. And Jean, can you tell us how did you end up in Dr. Burcon's office? What was wrong?
All I knew was I was dizzy constantly, but I had no idea why. And when I went to numerous doctors, I kept getting different answers. The most common response was, let's try a new drug. And I kept saying, I don't want drugs. I want something more than medication.
Yeah.
So finally, my boss, bless his heart, mentioned that he had heard about this Dr. Burcon. So I said, well, I think I need to give it a try. I came in here on a day that it was a partly cloudy day. In fact, thunderstorm clouds were rolling in quickly. It was not a good day. I left here knowing I finally had hope. I left here knowing that there was going to be an answer for me. I knew it wasn't a miracle. I knew it wasn't a cure. But I knew I had hope, and that was the best feeling of anything for years.
Wow. Well, were you suffering from Meniere's?
Yes.
Ooh.
And I had been diagnosed by my family physician and then given a handful of pills.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, and the handful of pills only left me home in bed, lethargic, or feeling very ill.
If you were to describe Meniere's, how would you do it?
Actually, I love doing this. This is one of the things that I said to so many people. Remember the tilt-a-whirl as a child?
Yes.
Eat 10 hot dogs. Make yourself feel really miserable. Go on the tilt-a-whirl. And then come off it and try to stop yourself from spinning. It's this sick, horrible, nasty feeling, and the world just won't quit moving.
Oh.
And that for me is Meniere's.
Oh my goodness. And it would come and leave at its own will?
Yes.
And you didn't know when it was coming on you?
No, I had absolutely no idea.
How long would a bout normally last?
It could be anywhere from a matter of a day or two to, the worst I'd ever had was 3 months. That I spent day after day after day literally crawling through the house and going on my hands and knees up and down the steps because I couldn't trust myself to stand up. I knew I could end up on the floor at any time.
So forget driving.
Correct.
Forget going to work.
Correct.
In fact, you're married.
Yes.
Almost forget you got a husband.
Yes.
Yes, because why isn't the dishes done? Why isn't it? Well, you're lucky if you were able to get up the stairs, let alone do something.
Right.
Bless your heart. Wow. So the answer was more drugs.
That's what their answer was.
That's what their answer was. More drugs. Was there ever a talk of getting an operation? Or
Yes.
what was that all about?
The doctor had strongly recommended I check with a surgeon, and they wanted to do the complete ear deconstruction. That was the first option I was ever given other than the medication.
Right.
I have been through 11 operations in my life, and I've had cancer, and I've had a number of things that have happened, and the last thing I wanted to consider was one more operation. And when they told me I'd be deaf, and then you could still end up with problems on the other side, I thought,
what's that all about?
When did the tattoo appear on my forehead that said stupid? I didn't remember putting it there.
No.
So I said, absolutely not. There has to be another alternative. And I don't like taking drugs. I don't agree with it. I'm not comfortable with it.
So in conclusion, I'd just like to ask, in what ways has your life changed?
Oh, go
time.
for it.
There's absolutely no comparison. It came on so slowly and so steadily that I don't think I fully realized how much I had lost or how much I had given up until I started to feel well again. And then suddenly it was this sense of almost rebirth. And I know a lot of people look at me and think that's just a little extreme or that's just a little hokey. And they can think whatever they would like to. It was
That's
my
okay.
life that came to a
That's
screeching
right.
halt. And
Yeah.
for me, this has just been fabulous. I don't have a fear anymore of what's going to happen next. How am I going to get through this? What's going to happen the next time I end up on the floor and don't feel like I can make it again? I know that there's hope. I know there's that light at the end of the tunnel, and I know I can go back to living a normal life and keep my job and make plans with my friends and ride my bike and do things that I was too afraid to get on a bicycle. I could not
Well, of
think about
course,
doing
yeah.
something like that.
One of those things come upon you.
Right.
Man, oh man.
Rollerblading, doing all the things that I love to do. Just going for a walk with my dog. I took a cane with me because I was afraid if this hits,
Wow.
how am I going to get back home?
Wow.
I never liked cell phones. I never liked that type of thing. I never wanted to be that tied. But I carried a cell phone everywhere, and it never left my pants pocket. I just couldn't imagine what would happen if I didn't have it with me. So knowing that now I can walk out the door and leave the cell phone behind, I can walk out the door and leave the cane behind, I can race the dog around the yard, it's just fantastic. It's a blessing beyond anything I'd hoped for.
Dog's pretty happy too, right?
The dog's thrilled.
Any other thoughts, Miss Tomasi?
No, we just want to thank you for being here on an off day. I know you had things to do, but we count it a privilege to hear your story. And we know that what you have to say will touch other people that are in the similar conditions or